playing around with different lighting effects. Of course, I'm not using the grayscale on this one. I have this little light over here. I can turn it away from me or turn it towards me. Oh my gosh, it's bright. But anyway, just playing around with different effects on my videos. And, sitting here thinking about things. I had a project that I was working on, and it's been a long time since I've touched that project. But anyway, I was sitting here thinking of all the different things that I had been doing in the past, and different things I enjoyed, different technology, different science projects, different things that I wanted to do that I never got around to do, odds and ends. When I was younger in life, I read lots and lots and lots of books, a lot of books. I read science fiction, science, computer technology, all kinds of stuff. Physics, some little bit of chemistry, not much, but I was more on the science fiction side of the house, I guess you could say. I didn't want to actually, get a job as a chemist or anything like that. I wanted to be, at times I thought maybe I'd be a physicist. Maybe I would, work in, rocketry, the space program, things like that. At a very young age, I learned, basic electronics, how to identify different components on circuit boards, how to solder and desolder components on circuit boards, and actually helped other people do some of their projects that they were working on. I'm talking about back during the 1970s and the early 80s, and then of course during the decade of the 80s I was working on some of the more sophisticated radar systems and missile guidance systems in the world. And I got really kind of deep into that because I had to know, of course, I had to go through, all the schools and of course, it was government programs, and I did what others wanted me to do. I didn't really get to do what I wanted to do. I wanted to work some projects. I wanted to build some things. I wanted to do things like make a flying car, or have a house that I could move from continent to continent, just by flipping a switch, or take it to the moon, or take it to another planet or universe, or just have it, float 1,000 feet up in the air, and be able to keep it stable in orbit, or whatever else like that. I had all these ambitions, and I had all these exciting ideas of the things that I would do. Sometimes that comes back to me. Sometimes I get excited about it. Sometimes I dig up some of my old notes or some of my old school stuff that I had, or I'll see a science fiction novel that I read years and years and years ago that, had great ideas in it, things that I thought I would actually, do during my lifetime, or do, in my early years. Of course, when you're young, you think, 10 years down the road is a long ways away, and then all of a sudden, bam, you realize that 10 years flew by. It passed more than 10 years ago. All of a sudden it's 20 years and it's 30 years. And then you look back and you're wondering, where on earth did my time go? What about those projects I wanted to work on? What about all those things I wanted to accomplish? What about that education, that the world says I have to have in order to accomplish those? What happened to all that? Is it still in me? Do I still have time? Will I be able to accomplish all that? Let me shed some light on this. Ooh, I turned that light this way. It's like an LED light. I think it's bright. I can't stare directly at it. I remember the LEDs back during the 80s and 90s. And I was thinking to myself back then, man, it sure would be cool, to make brake lights from a car out of LEDs. Well, you know what? Somebody did it. Somebody did it. Oh, the light went off. Must have run my battery down. Oh, there it goes. It's got a timer. Oh, it went back down. When you know it. I guess I got to put that on the charger. But anyway, a really nice LED light sitting here. It has one of those long-lasting batteries. Didn't last very long, did it? So, I guess I have to plug that into the charger and let it charge for a couple of days. But anyway, I guess this is just a rant on things that I wanted to do when I was young that I never did. And sometimes I sit around and I think about that, and I think of all the different things I could have accomplished, all the different things that, maybe I could have contributed to. Maybe I could have had a small part in NASA or some space program or some great technological breakthrough, something to tell my great grandkids. And man, all the lights are going out, aren't they? But anyway, I hear weird noises in here at night. I've got some projects that I want to work on, and I'll be sharing them with you. I'll be the projects I'm going to be doing are not high technology projects. They're more like take a couple of wooden pallets and build a chicken coop, weird things like that. Or not weird, but I mean in terms of technology, not as advanced technology as what I've been talking about. So anyway, I was rambling on and on and on, about this and that. I'm already at 8.5 minutes in this video, and I feel like I haven't said anything. So maybe I can get this light to come back on. Oh, it's a bright light. All right. So give me thumbs up, subscribe, give me a few comments about your dreams and things that you might want to accomplish. Talk to you later. See ya.